Hello, Kathy here from followkathy.com. Hello. So today we are going to talk about how to handle the objections and excuses in network marketing. So I'll just wait a few seconds to see Facebook sending the notifications. Hello. Hi. One person. Hi, two. Who is it? Hi. So today we're going to talk about how to handle the objections and the excuses in network marketing. 3 people. Can I see who is here? So as I always say, when you start building your business and you prospect, you have to make sure that you build rapport and you build relationship with your prospects. Don't pitch, and that I see it every single day. Don't pitch your business straight away. Don't send any link unless you build rapport. Hi Brian, bonsoir. So don't pitch the people that you are prospecting, just making sure that you build rapport. And that I say it many times, and I still receive a lot of pitch, and that is annoying, and nobody is going to join you if you send the link straight away or you pitch them directly with your business. You have to make sure that you build relationship. That is the most important thing that you have to do if you want to build your business online, and if you want to have long-term relationship with your prospect, if you want to keep them. Because if you bother them, it's like if you bother your family, your friend, they might take one project or stay for 1 month, but after they are not going to continue staying with you. And if you want to earn big money, having big income, you want to have residual income, which means you need to have people that are going to stay with you all the time. So hi Darren, we have to do the live together, remember? Hi Bernadette. So when you prospect, so as I said, you have to build relationship with your clients. You have to tell your story first, right? You are going to tell them why you started your business online, what you want to do. Yes, Darren, we have to do the 30-day. Actually, we're going to do a 30-day challenge with Darren, starting maybe next week. And if anybody wants to join us, be more than welcome to do it. So every single day, that is my time. I do a live video about business or even self-development. You don't need to do business all the time. So depending what you want to do. So that would be great. Okay, Darren? Cool. So if you start getting objections, so when you start building relationship with your clients, your customers, or your prospects, what you're going to do after a while, you're going to see at one point that you can start talking about your business. When you're going to start talking about your business, you're going to get some objections or excuses. That is not negative. If they ask questions, if they are concerned, that means they think about joining your team or joining your company. So don't think as an objections like that as a negative way. And that is very important. You keep your posture. You have to make sure that you're always on top of the conversation, that you keep your posture and be always positive. And as I'll always say, be real, be authentic, be yourself. Don't be a script. Don't start using a script to close up or to talk to people. Just making sure that you are your own person, and because people will be attracted to you as a person, not as a robot or a script or someone that had been, trained to say exactly the same thing. Because even we see a lot of people, and I know exactly when they're coming, same script over and over. And before they finish, I just say, you are from that company or this company. I don't want you. I don't want to be part of this company. and they use the same script. So that is ridiculous. That is not the way to build your business, and that is not the way to build an income in this business. So what I said, be authentic, be yourself, be real. So you're going to get some objections, right? So you're going to be, so I did a blog about it where I wrote everything. So, and some answers that you can use it. Like I did use, and I said a few things, but you can change it with your own wording and your own your own story as well. So that will be on top of above this video when I finish to the blog. So I have everything in writing, right? So I'm going to give you just a few examples. For example, I am busy. We have that all the time. I'm busy and I don't have time to do that business with you. So of course these people, they have this prospect, they are working, but usually they're not happy with what they do. So you can just say, well, I know you're very busy because you're working, but everybody has 24 hours a day, and if you want to build your business online, you can always do it maybe during your lunchtime or when you commute, and send a few advertisements, and that will help you to build your business. You're not going to not sleep. You need to sleep. You need your health, and that's very important. So you have to make sure that you understand what they are talking about, because you went through that. Maybe you started as well as a part-time. And there is this method called feel, felt, and found. So I can feel what you're thinking. I felt this way when I started, for example, and what I found is a great reward or whatever. So that is a method as well. I put it on the, so I just learned about it just 2 days, so I didn't know about this one. So the feel, felt, and found. And that is a method that most of the network marketers use it to just to answer some of the questions. Also, so the second, so thanks Darren, I don't have the money. And that is one question that we always have. I don't have the money. So of course, what you can say is, well, go and check, for example, how many coffees a day you are going. Maybe you get a Starbucks coffee every day on the way to work. If they say yes, and I go for dinner. So check a bit of what they are doing, because sometimes we can put so little money every month. If it's that important that you quit your job and you do what you want to do and do your passion, not having a cup of coffee for 2 months won't kill them. Also, I'm sure they have loads, like everybody, have loads of stuff in their house to sell. So you can always tell them, well, you can find the money if you really want to, but don't be cocky. Don't be, just be always keeping your posture and like nicely said, but you can always tell them that there is always, you can always put $30 or $50 a month on the side, or even a little bit more, or ask for help if you really want to change your life. Because it might be hard a little bit for a while, but then what are the outcome? I mean, you'll be able to really live your dreams. So just point out a few things, like I said the table coffee, because I know a lot of people are doing it, or going for lunch, or doing a few things during the month that I'm sure you can quit. So that is one thing. I have to ask my spouse or my partner. That is a question that we have a lot as well. Of course, you're going to say, of course, I want you to ask your spouse. I don't want to be the case of a divorce case or whatever. But mentioning that, you say that you're going to, if the spouse or the partner want to know more about the company before she says yes or no, it would be better that you do the presentation to her, because your prospect might not have understood everything. And the way he's going to talk, he's going to be so overwhelmed and happy. Straight away, the spouse or the partner is going to say, wow, they brainwashed you. That is one thing. So make sure that if the spouse wants to talk to you, or just mention it, say, if you want, I can talk to her and there is no problem, I can show her the presentation and I can do that for you, and then you make a decision together. Because if you start doing this business, if it's someone that is working already, of course is not going to have more time to spend with her, even for the kids, so they'll have to work together. And that is something I always say. I mean, that's my point of view. I always say that on my videos. It's me. I wouldn't push anybody to just join something and work hard like a crazy maniac and then put the family aside. So you have to talk to your spouse. Of course you do have to talk to your spouse. So that is something that I would say. I don't know anybody, and that is something that, hi Suzanne. You see, I didn't do it yesterday, but I do it today. What did I say? I don't know anybody. And that is one question that we have. When people start network marketing, it's something that they have in their mind. Most of the time, they don't know. They want to quit their job. They have a full-time job, but they don't know what to do or what to expect. And that is something that we always have. Yes, just in time, Suzanne. So we have this question a lot. I don't know anybody, or I don't want to even bother my family. So you can always say that, and that is something that you're going to help them all the way through, that you're going to be always beside them, showing them. And the good thing about network marketing is you're going to meet so many people all together. I mean, people all around the world, and that is a good thing. If you don't know anybody, if your Facebook page is empty maybe after 6 months, you'll see a lot of followers, and that is a good thing about network marketing. So if someone asks you and tell you that they don't know anybody, or they don't know how to start, just tell them and make sure that you explain to them that you're going to be beside them all the time, and you're going to be part of their business opportunity, and you're going to be supporting them. Exactly, Suzanne. Support is so important, and that they'll make a lot of new followers, new friends, and people prospect, because they'll be prospecting online. So then you'll get a lot of followers. So that won't be an issue anymore. Don't want to bother my family and friends. So when you have these questions, what you can do is so when you have these questions, for example, just say that you're not going to bother your friends or your family. You're just going to ask them for just a feedback. Like, for example, I have a new business. Yeah, I'm so happy. What I did to my husband, I sent him the links, and I just said, what do you think? It looks good for me. What do you think? So, and then he replies whatever, but you just ask your question. If, for example, I asked him, I said, well, what do you think? Do you think people around you will be happy to have that? Or do you think you know anybody that would wear that or whatever? And he just said, oh yes, straight away. So when you have a question, when you have a new business, just make sure that you don't bother, you don't pitch your family or your friends, because you might lose your friends. But ask if they are going to know someone, if they know someone that will be using this product or using these services, and they might say yes or no, whatever. Oh, thank you, Darren. Can't wait to get started Facebook Live with you. Oh, thank you. You're scared. I know I was scared at the start, not anymore, but at the start I was shaking and heart was, it was crazy. Can't wait to be good like you. Thank you, Darren. Really appreciate that. So that was this question. Is this a pyramid? Well, that we have it all the time. So because you're selling goods or you're having some services, that is not a pyramid. Pyramids are completely illegal, and you can always say that to them. If you have any problem with your opportunity, go to your leaders and ask them to explain to you what is a pyramid and why your company is not a pyramid. But most of the companies are not pyramids anymore. That's completely illegal. Suzanne, very true. Major companies do research, product and market research. Very important. Not the and all, but very important. Yes. yes, you're always researching. The companies search for everything. Yeah, and they want to know who is as well. The important thing as well is connect with people, talk to people. Like I said, I'm doing my Shopify, so it's going to be done now. What you do is talk about what the need is out there. I want to be different, and you know that since you know and you see all my life. I don't want to have a Shopify or do the same thing than everybody else. I want to be my own, and my spa later on will be different than everybody else because I don't want to be the same as everybody, right? So when I start to do business and I want to put some products on my Shopify that are different, but I'm going to ask people what they need. I'm going to ask what effect it will be for them or what they want. Not putting like everybody else the same cream, the same shampoo or anything. I want to make sure it's different and it's unique, and that's important. So that's why when you ask your friends or your family, even before you start your business, ask them if they would use it or if they would be they would try, this project or whatever. So making sure that is something different. By product and market research, I know, couldn't understand the first thing, but so that is important. And as well, I need to buy the product or to try the product before. That is something that you can do. If you have samples, you can give them samples if they're near you, or you can send them over, or if your company gives samples as well. So that is important that they start trying the product, because as I always say, be the product of the product. That is very important. So once you are the product of the product, what you can do is, if you have a project, for example, you're selling products and they have a starter pack, make sure that you tell them that in this starter pack, they will get every single product or every sample that they need to be able to know exactly which product suits them better, or what they can, if they try everything, they'll be able to talk about them all the time. Because I don't like everything I'm selling, everything I do, I tried it before, and I would never sell anything and say that is wonderful and I don't try it. So make sure that, and that is important, I think, be the product of the product. That is very, very important. That's it. What I wanted to add as well is, when you finish with all these questions, so no question is silly. You have to make sure you keep your posture, but you have to make sure as well that you are not on the defense. Honest testimonial, yes. And as well, yeah, it's very important when you have even testimonials about your product or anything like that, and you can share it so people will know the product. So when you do your close-up, when you're finished with all the questions and answer, then you can ask, on the scale of 1 to 10, what are you going to do? Which number are you going to choose? Are you going to follow me on that project or that service or whatever? And when they get to the number, if it's 5 and above, then you can talk a little bit more, ask other questions, and that should be a good deal. If it's below 5, usually it's someone that is not that interested, but as I always say, keep your posture, because they might not be interested now, but it's not a done deal. They might see, if for example you had them over Facebook, they'll see your profile, they'll see that you're growing, they see what you're doing, they'll see some testimonials, and even though they didn't join you at that time, they might join you a few months after. So don't be rude or on defense or anything like that. Just make sure that you keep your posture and be polite and be always yourself. As well, the people buy on emotion, and that is something important that you have to make sure that you are yourself. And I always say that, be real. If you are enthusiastic, if for example after the presentation you're just like scared about what people are going to ask you for questions, be prepared. If they see that you're scared, if they feel fear on you, you're going to lose them, because they buy on emotion. If there's someone enthusiastic, someone real, authentic, talking about their story, talking about their life, talking about kids, whatever, that is going to make the sale working well. So that's how you can close it better. Okay, so I think I said it all, but as I said, I did a blog about it, and I put all the questions with some of my answers, so you can change it and do it for yourself. Don't use as a script. Is what I always say. Don't use a script. Just make sure that you see the people's profile. If, for example, you have it on Facebook, talk about their family, talk about their dog, talk about whatever is on their wall, and then make relationship. They'll ask you question, answer with posture. Be clear about what you're going to say to them as well. Know exactly your product or your service, and then close up. All right. Any questions? Do you have anything to add? If I forgot something, or if you want me to answer a few questions. Suzanne, are you still here? Okay. So anyway, you can see more blogs on www.followkathy.com, and I did a blog so about it. Oh yes. So I did a blog about this one. No questions. Thank you, Suzanne. And my Shopify will be done very soon. So I just have to add another project that I got today. So, and that's it. I'm done. So thank you for watching. And if you see the replay, I always watch your blogs too. You offer great advice. Thank you, Suzanne. I like helping people, and I really hope that I can make a change on people's life, and that is what is the main thing for me. Thank you. Cannot wait. I know, Suzanne, and your project is on it as well. So, so thank you very much. And if you see the replay, have a wonderful day whenever time you're going to watch it. Talk to you soon. Who is that? I didn't see it. So I'll talk to you certainly tomorrow, and have a wonderful evening to everybody. Okay, thank you. Bye bye.